Hello to everyone who's watching. My name is Rebecca McNeil. Hi, I'm Shishika. Hi, and today we are here to talk about Chaman Bhartiya School, specifically about the vision and philosophy of the school. We are here with the director, Mr. Allan Andersen. Hello. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Allan Andersen. I come from Denmark. I've been in Bangalore for 2.5 years to prepare this school. But I have 40-something years of experience in education in Denmark. So I'm experienced, but new to it.
Thank you. So just to start off our interview, tell us something about Chaman Bhartiya School.
The original vision for the school was done by the Chaman Bhartiya company, CBS. He wanted to create a school that should focus on leadership. He thought there was a lack of real modern leaders in India, but he didn't understand the concept as a very narrow concept. So through the discussion, we came up with the philosophy that the leadership that we want to unfold is the capacity of every individual to act and solve problems in the community or in the society or in the company, but to be what we could call change makers. So that was the original discussions we had. I'll show some slides about some of the basics of the school. Until we open the slide, I can say that we will be a school from nursery to 12th grade. Right now we have grade 1 to 5 and early years. Next year we will have grade 6 and 7 as well. So it will take some years before we reach high school as well. We're situated in Bhartiya city. We have a new, very beautiful building. But up until now, we have only done online teaching. We have done that from August. And I think it's going quite well. But it's a strange thing to open a school without actually having seen the children. Yeah, we have 3 sources of inspiration for the school. One that is, of course, very important for us. We want to be an Indian school. So we want to continue the tradition in India for academic excellence. I come from a country where we are very focused on the personal and social development of the well-being of the child. So that's an important inspiration as well. And then we are inspired by many new schools all over the world who are trying new concepts of teaching and learning based on projects and cross-curricular activities. So what we want to do is to merge these 3 inspirations. Next slide. Yeah. So our idea is that if we have a merger of these 3 inspirations, we will actually be able to unfold the full leadership potentials of every child. To ensure that we do that, we have created what we call a leadership profile. In our leadership profile, we have defined what leadership is. The basis is our 5 leadership pillars: learning to live together, learning to act, learning to learn, and learning to lead. But equally important are all the academics and literacies that are necessary in a modern society. We could talk about 3 R's: arithmetic, writing, and reading. But there are many other literacies that are important for us. For example, digital literacy. And then we have the 21st century competences. collaboration, critical thinking, creativity, and collaboration. So in all our activities, we will have elements of leadership, pillars, academic goals, and 21st century goals. It's not three different things. We'll do it in the same learning activity. Yeah, so we don't need to see more slides.
So, Mr. Allan, I'd like to ask, because you place so much emphasis on this leadership quality as sort of this driving force for Chaman Bhartiya, I want to understand where this aspect was inspired from.
Originally, it was inspired from Sri Agarwal's observations, looking at India and seeing what he thought was necessary for India. He could see many strengths in Indian society, but he could also see some weaknesses. And maybe he thought these weaknesses came from the 250 years of colonialism and new group rule. So he wanted to create a new kind of Indian citizens who are independent and strong, courageous, and innovative. That was his idea. I came with an education background from Scandinavia, and it's of course a very different point of departure for our thinking. So through many discussions, we found a concept that could merge these visions based on what he could see in Indian society and my visions for education in China. And that's why we have come up with this leadership profile where we can say that we want to balance academics with the leadership development of the child. And as far as I can see, that has not happened anywhere in the world where this balance has been created. In most countries, there's a one-sided focus on academics. And we don't compromise on that at all. But there's no use for good academics if you can't communicate, if you can't collaborate in the family. So it needs to be balanced with the 21st century competences and the leadership pillars.
So with all of these new ideas that school is pioneering, has there been a lot of obstacles that come up, like any pushback, especially from Indian society, because they're so used to a conventional way of learning, a traditional way of learning. Yep. This is new, this is brand new.
Yeah.
So anything?
I don't think more than could be expected, because we are doing something new, and it would be new in my country as well, because the academic ambitions we have are much higher than we used to in my country. So it would also be new. So of course we have had to develop the curriculum so that we ensure that the academics are there, but at the same time combined with the leadership pillars and the 21st century competences. So of course this has been big work, a challenging work, difficult work, but an extremely exciting work. The other difficulty, of course, has been to explain to parents what it's all about. Because we will have much less subject-based classroom teaching and much more projects where we solve real-life problems and integrate the academics and the leadership skills in the problem-solving process. So to get this explained to parents have been a challenge, yes. Because of, and I understand that Indian parents are very concerned about the academics, because that's important for the tests to go to the good universities. So I don't question that at all. We just say there shouldn't be a discrepancy between good academics, good leadership, and 21st century competences. I think it can be done through the same learning techniques. That's what we have been explaining parents, and I've talked to hundreds of parents. And I think I can hear that there's really a need for innovation in education. So in that sense, our ideas are not so crazy and strange. In many ways, they are very similar to the new education policy. the government.
I agree with you. I think your ideas are very realistic as well as unique. I also want to understand from you what you think the 21st century students require in terms of the years to come. How does Chaman Bhartiya equip them with the kind of skill set they need for the years to come?
Yeah. I think if we can succeed in sending 12th graders out with the whole palette of leadership skills that we have defined in our profile, they will be very good at the universities in India or abroad, also very modern universities, and they will easily adapt to new challenges in work life. So shortly, my answer is that if we do what we promise, then I'm sure we will prepare young people for the challenges of the 21st century. But I know it's a challenge because I know that there's so much focus on academics. So we need to be firm in underlying all the time that the personal and social skills are equally important. 21st century competences are equally important because the future for our students will be lifelong learning. So they are not finished when they end in our school. They're not even finished after university. There will be lots of new learning challenges for them. So we equip them with the basic competences they need for lifelong learning.
Right. So it's not just what happens in the school, it's how they carry themselves for the rest of their lives.
And if we can ensure that our young people are motivated for learning, enjoy learning, can handle the challenges of learning, then it's very important for the future because they will shift job every 5 years to completely new businesses, new ways of thinking. So they need to be flexible, and I think we give them the basis for doing that. That's our ambition.
Great. Thank you so much for your time today for this interview. Thank you for watching, everyone who tuned in. Please stick around because we will be coming around with more videos, with more content about the school, about the way it runs, the building. There's many, many more segments coming up. So we hope you stay tuned for it, and thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you.